Hello, welcome back to Sacred Vapes, the channel that aims to bring the views and experiences of products on the market today, brought to you by an average vapor. Now, secondly, this weekend, something I've been using alongside the Scare Tank for the past couple of weeks now. I mean, I've only just stopped using it in the past couple of days, so I've had plenty of experience using it, and honestly, it's quite a good product. It's this. The Ijoy Shogun mod. Now, the first thing you're gonna say when you see this is it looks very similar to the Drag 2, and I think that's the design they're going for. I think within the market now, it's kind of saturated in the sense that everyone's copying Drag, but then other companies are copying each other. I mean, if you check out the Tesla Sig Poker, it's exactly like the UL Crown 4 Checkmate, which is meant to be like the Drag 2. So it's weird how that works. But this is Ijoy's version of it. It's their leading box mod at the minute. It comes in a kit packaged with the Katana tank, or you can buy it separately, which, to be honest, I actually traded someone to get this. So, before we get talking about it, to give her a vape. Now, what you get, it's pretty standard kit. All you get is the mod, USB cable, warranty card and instruction booklet. Nothing too fantastic in the box. In fact, the design of the box is quite plain. That's why I didn't want to bring it to camera. But it's box mod design. Comes with a back battery panel. See, there's a little lip on this side of the mod. Simply lift it up. There you go. Now, on the back it says Univ. It comes with the new Univ Ijoy chipset. So this is essentially the birth of the new generation of Ijoy mods. Here comes battery ribbon. That simply snaps in place. You have front and back resin design. Sorry. It comes with front round fire button. 2 navigation buttons. Now on the screen you see it's got wattage, volt, puffs, which puffs, if you can make out, I've put 2,723 puffs through this, so that validates the Scare review as well. And then 2 battery indicators and ohms. Now, navigating this is quite easy. 5 clicks turns it off. There we go. 5 clicks turns it on. Your Shogun. 3 clicks goes into menu. There we go. And here you've got power. You've got temperature control, which takes you into nickel, titanium, stainless steel, memory 1 and 2, and then exit. Back into this again. You have pod. So it's the variable voltage for the pod adapter that you can get from Ijoy. The little box which has the preheat mode, normal, hard, soft and user, so you can set what preheat you want. Back into the menu again. TCR is set under its own one, which you simply use the fire button to navigate between each one, and then use the navigation button between each one of them. Hold the fire button to come out. It's not working. That's not working. Stuck in that mode. There we go. Hold the navigation button. Sorry, I must admit I haven't used the TCR, so that's why I wasn't too sure there. But back into the menu again. You also have a set option at the bottom, and that resets your puffs and sets your screen time to between 10 seconds and 90 seconds, and that's it for the menu system. So quite simple. Now, before we get into the pros and cons, I thought you might be interested. I'll do a bit of a comparison here. I'll just take the tank off, because what I do have is the Drag 2. So this, Now straight away this reminds me that it's a model on the Drag 1 rather than the Drag 2. So size wise, I think height wise you'll see they are very, very similar. Width wise, just take it that way, the Shogun is a little bit wider. It is with this ridge design. It is very much like, otherwise it'd be the same profile as well. Battery door comparison, just find that. Right, that slots on the top. Now this battery door slots inside, as you can see. Now what this comes with is a centralised 510 pin. What this one doesn't, it's off centre. And when we connect the tank back up, we can get it on. You can see there's no gap on the 510 compared to the Drag 2. So that's a quick comparison to what the Drag 2. I'd say this is a bit heavier than the Drag 2 as well, with the batteries in. But we'll get into the pros and cons of this now. Now the first pro for me is that I really like the design of it. I mean, again, compared to the resin on the Drag 2, I actually like this version. It just seems bigger. It seems more interesting and more standout-esque. So yeah, I quite like that. Next pro for me, centralised 510 pin. You know, you're going to be able to get up to about 27, 28 millimeters on top before overhang. Next pro for me is that battery door, for the fact that the door goes in, so it sits really nicely in there. Next pro, it's really responsive. It's nice, the button's nice and clicky, nice and quick. I mean, I found myself using it where I was turning it on and anticipating vaping, which sometimes you don't get that. You get stuck in like a loading menu. But see if I can demonstrate it now. So I've turned it off. So I've turned it on, and then, which is absolutely fantastic, made it really user friendly. Menu system's a pro, it's nice and simple, sort everything out the way you'd want it. Next pro for me, battery life. Battery life is, it's between, I'd say, the Legend and the Drag 2, as in, you get just over a day out of dual batteries, 18650, but you don't get a day and a half. It does come short compared to the AS chip and the Gene chip, so it does last longer than something like the Legend. So it will last you all day with regular use. It's just not going to absolutely be mind blowing and be going 2 days later. It's nice and comfortable to hold. I mean, I know in the past, things like the Nova, I did mention that it was a bit difficult to hold. This feels nice. It's nice and easy to hold, nice curved edges. Nice weight to it as well. You know, it does feel solid, it feels well made. And yeah, overall, just a really well made device. Get on to the cons of it now. Now the first con is going to be that screen for me. Mainly because it looks like it's an overload of information. I know if you put this on a more horizontal screen and it spreads things out, you have the same information that most mods have. But for me, looking at that, it does look like there's a lot going on in such a small space. So it can be a little bit difficult at first glance to see what you're looking for. Next con, that menu system, as you saw me struggle before with the TCR, some of the navigation buttons doesn't necessarily coincide with what you normally would expect. That's how I got stuck in that menu. So it could have been a little bit simpler, you know, maybe like having the fire button to select options, use the navigation buttons to change, and then obviously hold the fire button to come back out of it like most of the mods. That would have made it a bit easier for me. The fact that it's a little bit heavier than the Drag 2, I'm going to say, is a con, simply because, you know, people want something that's really portable. This doesn't feel as portable as something like that. But apart from that, there really isn't any other cons I can say about this. As you can see, I've been using it. I mean, I've been using it for about 2 weeks now. If you look, now obviously this has had a bit more use, but after about 2 weeks on the Drag 2, you can see I started getting scuffs on the front, and with this one I didn't. You know, there's no marks whatsoever. Maybe like nothing. So it's definitely up for some wear and tear. So we'll get into the overall of this now. And overall, this is actually a really good mod. Now, I know I've spent this video comparing it, which is understandable because it literally is the same design. But going into the overall, as a standalone device, this is actually a really good mod. It performs really well. The chipset's nice and quick, as you can hear. I said really responsive, quick to start up. Plenty of options in there for your average vapor. Centralised pin, nice design. I would recommend this. If this is something that possibly, if it came out before the Drag 2, it might have had a bigger impact on the market. Certainly if it came back out in October, I think it released in about December time, but if it came out in October before the Drag 2 release, it might have been picked up by a lot of people. So that's the biggest thing I can say in its favour. It is a really good mod. Now the selling point for this, which is unintentional, I mean I kind of mentioned this on the Mystique kit, but I can certainly say this about the Shogun, is that the selling point on this is actually cheaper. I've seen this go for about £30. Both China and in the UK. I mean, a lot of places will do it on a sale price, but yeah, absolutely £30 for something that performs almost as well as the Drag 2, but looks the same and arguably looks nicer. And that's going to be the biggest selling point for this, the fact that it can be priced cheaper, and then even at about £40 you can get it with the Katana tank. Maybe one day I'll pick one of them up and I'll be able to bring that for a review as well, just to give you a good idea. But overall, yeah, if you want a Drag 2 that's much cheaper, and you just like the look of this resin design, I would definitely recommend something like this. So yeah, that was the Ijoy Shogun mod. As always, thank you for watching. Next week, now I'm going to try and do a video during the week. I'm going to try and get into a sort of Wednesday weekend kind of rota. So the next video I'm hoping to bring to you guys is going to be the Freemax Twister kit. I've started using that now this week. So far, really good impressions about it. But as always, thank you for watching. If you want to get involved with the channel, I'll drop the link to the Facebook group below. You go and join now, get latest updates, see the videos first, and just get involved in the discussion. If you need any help, just have a query, just drop it in there, and I'm more than happy to help you out. But thank you for watching. Stay safe. And keep vaping.